News 4 at 5.
Well, it's something every parent anticipates and also dreads, that moment when all the big kids are out of the house.
But as Doreen Gensler reports in tonight's Changing Minds story, it can also have some serious mental health effects.
It's true, Wendy. Therapists call it empty nest syndrome, when all the kids are off to college or moved out of the house. Yes, a lot of parents look forward to that day, but it can also be a difficult emotional transition, a life change that can lead to depression, anxiety, even problems with your marriage.
I wasn't sure who I was anymore.
When Rebecca Husto's two daughters moved out of the house, gone were the days of making their lunches, driving the carpool, and watching movies with her girls.
I do think I got very depressed, and I wouldn't have labeled it depression, but looking back, yeah, I think I was depressed.
Husto was experiencing what some therapists are calling the empty nest syndrome, the period of time that a parent experiences after their children leave home.
In the beginning, there might be the experience of like, yay, thank goodness, the kids left, we have the house to ourselves. But then after a period of time, people find themselves sad, perhaps lonely, their lives are not as busy. So it's a period of transition.
Licensed therapist Olga Bloch says it's typical for parents to feel a loss of identity. It can happen to mothers and fathers, but most often it affects stay-at-home moms whose sole job had been caregiver.
Their main focus has been their kids, and the difficulty is that it's difficult to even acknowledge that it's a problem that they've left, because they've left, and now what do I do? And who do I talk to about this? And where do I begin?
Bloch advises parents who are struggling to try to embrace the feeling of freedom. Instead of running away from it, think of it as an opportunity to explore things they've been missing, whether it's a new job or travel or a hobby. Rebecca Husto's struggle with an empty nest was exasperated by the loss of her husband to cancer. Eventually, she healed by finding a new career path.
Life is moving in a completely different direction. Now, my life is way more adventurous and interesting.
You can learn more about depression and where to get help on our special Changing Minds webpage. You can find it at NBCWashington.com. Wendy, Jim, I'm having some personal experience with this whole issue. I don't know how the timing worked out that I'm doing this story on the day before I helped my son move into his first apartment.
Oh, my. Well, just move a hot tub into his old bedroom.
Or something like that, I know.
Yeah, that'll cheer you up.
Okay, I'm going to try something.
Thanks, Doreen.